Located at the crossroads between Europe, Asia, and Africa, the Ottoman Empire was home to many different cultures and peoples, and over the course of its 600-year existence, it became the longest-lasting empire in history. It also had the greatest number of territorial divisions. So today, we are going to take a closer look at this great empire. Hit the like button, subscribe so that you won't miss any new videos. And let us know in the comments below if there is a particular period or region of the Ottoman Empire you would like us to cover in future episodes. Let's start with the foundation of the Ottoman Empire. Osman founded the dynasty in 1299. He controlled the city of Bursa and surrounding areas in what is now northwestern Turkey. The name Osmanli is thought to have come from Uzbek, meaning helper or protector. In Turkish, their emblem was a white flag bearing a red disc. Their rivals called them the Sons of the Dragon. The early Ottomans were Oghuz Turkish nomadic pastoralists. They took advantage of the disarray that followed the disintegration of the Seljuk Sultanate of Rum after the Battle of Manzikert in 1071, when the Anatolian Peninsula was invaded by European Christian armies and Persian armies in the east. By the late 1200s, the Principality of Bursa, located in northwest Anatolia, had grown into a powerful state. The Principality of Karaman, the Beylik of Aydin, and the Emirate of Rum were among the independent Turkish states that emerged in Anatolia. By the time Osman ibn I took power, the Byzantines had already lost control of most of Anatolia, but still held important cities such as Constantinople. Osman's main objectives were to conquer Constantinople and expand his dominion over all of Anatolia. To achieve these goals, he formed alliances with neighboring principalities, raided Byzantine territories, and developed a well-disciplined army. The Ottoman army was made up of infantry, cavalry, and artillery units and was renowned for its efficiency and training. Janissaries formed the core of the Ottoman infantry. They were elite troops recruited from conquered Christian territories who were required to convert to Islam and swear allegiance to the Ottoman Sultan. Soldiers from many nations, including Arabs, Persians, and Kurds, served in the Ottoman cavalry. The Ottomans also maintained a sizable navy that allowed them to project power in the Mediterranean Sea and the Aegean Sea. As the empire grew, so did its treasury. Taxes collected from subjects and spoils acquired from warfare helped to finance the Ottoman war machine. The empire's strategic location at the crossroads between Europe, Asia, and Africa allowed it to profit from trade along important commercial routes. Trade in luxury products such as spices, silk, and gold contributed significantly to the economy. In 1326, Osman Firuz conquered the city of Bursa and made it the empire's capital. During his reign, the empire expanded to include territories in the Balkans and Anatolia. Murad II succeeded his father in 1362 and continued the Ottomans' westward march. By 1389, his forces had conquered large portions of the Balkans, including modern-day Bulgaria, Romania, and Serbia. The Battle of Kosovo was fought in 1389 between the Ottoman Empire and a coalition of European Christian kingdoms. The battle resulted in a decisive Ottoman victory, allowing them to continue their advance into Europe. Murad II was succeeded by Bayezid in 1389. His reign marked a turning point in the Ottoman Empire's history as it expanded into new territories and established itself as a major power in the region. Bayezid I is known as the Thunderbolt for his lightning-fast attacks and military victories. He defeated the Serbs, Hungarians, and the Byzantines during his reign. Under his leadership, the Ottoman army grew to include soldiers from various backgrounds, including Arabs, Persians, and Circassians. He divided his empire into 3 parts, each ruled by one of his 3 sons. This division would sow the seeds of discord that eventually led to the empire's collapse. Bayezid was captured by the Russians and died in captivity, bringing an end to the first phase of Ottoman expansion. After the death of Bayezid I, the Ottoman Empire entered a period of instability known as the Interregnum. The empire was divided into 3 separate regions, each controlled by one of Bayezid's sons, This period lasted until 1451, when Mehmed II conquered Constantinople, reuniting the Ottoman domains. Mehmed II, also known as Mehmed the Conqueror, was responsible for capturing Constantinople in 1453, ending the Byzantine Empire and marking a significant turning point in Ottoman history. The capture of Constantinople demonstrated the Ottomans' military superiority and established them as a major player in European affairs. The event also symbolized the decline of the medieval world and the rise of early modern empires. Following the conquest, Mehmed moved the capital from Edirne to Constantinople, which was renamed Istanbul. This signaled the city's strategic importance as a hub between the Black Sea and the Mediterranean. Mehmed II was a prolific builder, constructing mosques, palaces, and public buildings throughout the empire. He is best known for commissioning the construction of the Suleimani Mosque in Istanbul, considered one of the architectural masterpieces of the Ottoman era. Under his rule, the empire enjoyed a golden age of peace and prosperity. Known for his intelligence and administrative skills, Mehmed implemented reforms to improve governance and the collection of taxes. He also established a professional civil service to manage the growing bureaucracy of the empire. His efforts to modernize the Ottoman legal system and codification of laws contributed to the creation of a more efficient and centralized state. The reign of Selim Wemşir, also known as Selim the Grim, marked a significant shift in the Ottoman Empire's history. He successfully expanded the empire's borders into the Middle East and North Africa. Selim's conquest of the Mamluk Sultanate in Egypt secured control over the vital trade routes between Europe and Asia, bringing immense wealth to the Ottoman coffers. This victory also marked the beginning of the Ottoman-Safavid conflict over influence in the Middle East, setting the stage for future clashes between the two powers. Selim's aggressive foreign policy and ruthlessness earned him the nickname Selim the Grim. His elimination of potential rivals within the empire, including members of his own family, showcased his determination to consolidate power and maintain control over his vast domains. Suleiman the Magnificent inherited an empire that was on the verge of greatness. Over the course of his long reign, he transformed the Ottoman state into one of the most powerful and influential empires of its time. Suleiman's military campaigns resulted in significant territorial gains, including the conquest of Belgrade and the expansion of Ottoman influence in the Middle East. His victories against the Safavids, the Habsburgs, and other rivals showcased the strength and versatility of the Ottoman army, as well as the effectiveness of his military strategies. Under Suleiman's rule, the Ottoman navy flourished, dominating the seas around the Mediterranean and the Black Sea. His naval victories against the Spanish, Italian, and Ottoman navies demonstrated the growing maritime power of the empire, facilitating trade and projecting Ottoman strength far beyond its borders. Suleiman's focus on law and administration led to the codification of Ottoman laws and the establishment of a more centralized and efficient government. His efforts to reform and streamline the legal system contributed to the stability and prosperity of the empire during his reign. The arts and sciences flourished during the reign of Suleiman the Magnificent, making it a cultural hub of the time. His patronage of literature, poetry, and architecture resulted in numerous masterpieces, including the magnificent Suleimaniye Mosque and the Selimiye Mosque in Edirne. These architectural wonders not only showcase the grandeur of the Ottoman Empire, but also served as centers of intellectual and cultural activities. The later years of Suleiman's reign and the following reigns were marked by increasing instability and challenges to the empire's authority. Rebellions and revolts, including the famous Salali revolts, tested the strength of the Ottoman state. These uprisings reflected the growing discontent among some segments of society due to factors such as economic inequality, administrative corruption, and the imposition of new taxes. By the 18th century, the Ottoman Empire faced a series of setbacks and defeats at the hands of external powers. The Battle of Karansebes in 1716, for example, resulted in a humiliating defeat against the Habsburg monarchy, highlighting the empire's vulnerability to European military might. These defeats eroded the prestige of the Ottoman state and exposed its growing weaknesses on the European stage. Despite these challenges, the Ottoman Empire persisted and continued to play a significant role in world history until its eventual collapse in the early 20th century. Its legacy left an indelible mark on the cultures and societies that it influenced, and its contributions to art, architecture, and governance continue to be celebrated and studied today. Thank you for watching. If you liked the video, please leave us a comment below and tell us which other periods or regions you would like to learn about. Hit the like button and subscribe so that you won't miss any new videos. See you next time.